Hey Capricorn, it's Empress Rose here. Welcome to your reading. These are general readings, so we take what works, we leave what doesn't, as with everything in life. And if I don't catch your storyline on this particular reading, check your other major placements, see if I didn't catch your wavelength over there. And I'll be posting photos of the spread at the end of the video. All right, what's our intuitive vibe here for Capricorn? We're working with the Oracle of Mystical Moments deck. So this, oh, a little secret one. All right. Actually, I just want to start with the secret one. The one that's not so obvious and not so clear to everybody. This is called A Long Way Home. So you've made a commitment to something already. You've pulled up anchor. You've decided to do something and go somewhere. It's a pretty long vision. You've done what you can do. What you can do is pull up anchor. So you pulled up anchor here. You're ready to go. You're ready for the long journey. This is your signal to the universe. I'm ready. I've pulled up anchor. And now you're kind of sitting, hanging out in this stagnant air here, waiting for spirit to move you. And because the balloon is moved by forces outside of its control. It's not a Zeppelin, which has a motor in it, I think. It's a balloon, so the wind blows you, and you may have tested the wind, figured out where it was blowing, and then decided now is the time to up anchor. You have a distant companion here, someone far off in the distance here that you're going to be. Hopefully, the wind will hit you guys both in the same way. But you're headed off somewhere, and this is a long journey, so long that you've decided to make yourself comfortable while you wait for the wind to blow and to take you where you need to go. So you've already made a commitment to something, and you're not sure where exactly it's taking you and where exactly you're going to go with it. But you do have sort of a friend or somebody else on this little caravan of balloons of surrender to the divine and to the motions of the universe. You have someone else with you on that. So, you know what? Yeah. All right, and then we have a butterfly garden here. You've changed your mind about something. There was something you were really clear on, but you changed your mind, and you're actually a little bit now fascinated at this change of mind. You're very curious about something, maybe a little bit of a secret thing that you've just recently discovered. And there's a lot of curiosity here, a lot of close observation of yourself, I believe, and who you are and how you're growing and changing. There's like several cards here of just sitting in contemplation. Like you've already made this decision, and now you're just kind of sitting with it. Like, all right, you made this decision. It feels like it was maybe a decision you made in secret without telling anybody. Here you're very fascinated about it. I'm fascinated with this. This type of flower in this deck to me is sort of the secret flower or the private flower. It's something very private to you. Because it's the type of flower where a bee has to get very curious and snoopy in order to find that flower. So it's something that someone would have to be very snoopy in order to figure out. And I believe that just the way it came out, I think that's this commitment you've made in this long way home. And you're very fascinated by what comes next, that kind of thing. And then we have lullaby here. So this is, we've kind of turned the intellect off. It's like powering down the intellect. Intellect's very important, keeps us going all day long, but now it's evening. It's sort of evening for our brain, and our brain needs to kind of take a rest, stop thinking about it, stop overthinking, because this requires surrender. I mean, the overthinking and the thinking and the planning all went in, and then we pulled up the anchor. So now, once the anchor's up, now it's a surrender vibe. It's okay, now we've got to power this down because this isn't in charge anymore. Spirit's in charge. Something outside of our control is in charge to move us forward. So here you're getting very closely in touch with your feelings, with your intuition. You're listening to your vibe, not even just music. You're not saying anything. You're not doing anything. You're just listening. You're not making music. You're listening to music. You're hearing music. You're hearing this vibration. I want to say this vibration between your legs, but that would not apply to everybody. But also, though, this has got some sexual vibe to it, too, as far as like, as far as being a flower, being, you know, the sex organs, but also in every card that this shows up, there's some sort of like, there's another card that shows up where it very explicitly looks like a female reproductive, the ovaries and the fallopian tubes grabbing at those ovaries and that kind of thing. So it very much looks like that. So just with this occurring to me, there might be, so you're just listening right now. You're just paying attention, close attention to something, some way that you're feeling some vibe here. You got to tune into that vibe and listen to it. You're not making the music right now. You're not doing anything. You're not making the decisions. You're not moving forward. You're not making the motion happen, right? You're just sitting back there vibing on that. So, and then we have weaving flowers. So as you're listening, as you're getting really in touch with this feeling that you have and really trying to understand these feelings that you're having, you're getting these intuitive hits here, these things, and you're creating something in reality. You're bringing something into reality. Again, we have here. So what you're seeing, what you're focused on is something very internal, right? But what you're not focused on is the world around you. You're not looking, you're not watching. Your eyes are closed. Your eyes are literally shut down. This almost looks like a matched pair here. And you're creating something in reality. And this one, you're listening to your own vibe. You're listening. You're not creating music. But in this one, you are starting to bring something into reality based on what you're hearing, based on what you're intuiting and feeling. But you're not watching. You're not planning. There's like a sense of no planning going on here, or no. And this could be an instruction to like shut down the eyes, close your eyes, shut down the eyes, and just feel your way through. Just be focused on the internal situation right now, and because you're going to be able to actually create something in reality with your eyes closed, with, you know, and with your hands tied behind your back and your eyes closed. Like you're going to be able the thing that you're creating and that you're making in this place where you're going requires an internal focus. But that internal focus is by itself going to change your reality, and you're going to create something in reality, but you're doing it by feeling, just by feel. And you're feeling your way forward here. But you can't think about it. Thinking about it's not, because there's a surrender. There's a surrender to your feelings. There's a surrender to the journey. There's a surrender to the greater picture. And there's a shut down the brain. We are getting two messages here about shut down the brain. You know what? Hold on. All right, I'm a little cold today, and I got a runny nose. So in my quest to take care of that runny nose, I took advantage of a little message I got that I wanted to do this Moonology deck. I haven't been doing those because it makes my videos too long, and they're really long already sometimes. So I do them on the personals, but not in these journals. But I got a message with Long Way Home that I wanted to do this. So, all right, Moonology, what exactly did you want to say? Did you want to say to Capricorn? A lot. Okay. Oh, fascinating. I personally got this one earlier today. Look at the bigger picture, full moon in Sagittarius. So, I mean, that's what this is. This is big picture looking. This is looking at this, having this big, long vision, long plan. So, looking at like what's overall. Don't get caught up in the details. I think that's about this, not overthinking it, right? Having the bigger vision and not getting caught up in too many little details, but looking at the bigger picture and turning off which is like next to impossible, but with a lot of meditation work, you can probably do it. Turning off the overthinking. So easy to overthink everything. And just keeping a big picture vibe here. The full situation, the full plan. So, you know, this long journey home is going to have a bunch of glitches, but let's let's become, it's you're bringing your home. So let's become at home with the journey. You're on a journey, and that is your home right now. Is this transit time, this transition time is the home. So stay there because it's going to go on for a while. So, and then you're going to want to keep an eye on the bigger picture because they're going to have little glitches, like some of these little wires are going to break and need to be repaired, and some of these lamps are going to need to be repaired, but just keep an overall vision for what you want overall. And then we have, I meant for Moonology, but we got a bunch of light seers. So we have Pillar of Light, the Initiation, and Priestess. So let's start with Priestess. You're being called forward to lead. This has to do with, again, I'm seeing working with your hands right here, working with your hands, which is typically Capricorn's natural environment. So working with your hands here, being a grounded sign, having a lot of patience, having a lot of strength, and bringing something into reality. You're again, we're seeing sort of some third eye activity here, as far as like intuiting or having something on your mind that is the vision. The darkness is the vision, something like that. And it's going to take a long time. We're referencing a long journey here, but being called to step up and lead, to pull up this anchor possibly, and keep your eye on the bigger picture, keeping the overall vision in mind. And you're the one that needs to keep that in mind, the overall vision, because you're on a long trip. This is a long journey here, and you're going to have to keep the big vision, and this is where you need to bring in some leadership here as far as that is concerned. What's funny is we're talking about vision, but you're specifically being asked to not have vision right here. I think that's not overthinking and not getting into the details, but having an overall vibe of where you're going. So Pillar of Light, your vibration is rising and you are an oracle. So this is about personal growth and communicating about personal growth, communicating with other people, and just elevating the vibe and elevating the situation, elevating the conversation and the vibe around everybody, bringing that up, the emotional maturity and bringing that in. I mean, this could be like a call to bring in some emotional maturity here. And then the initiation, rite of passage, crossing. Oh, here's this card right here. That's the Pillar of Light. And this is rite of passage, crossing the threshold. So, and I think that is this pulling up anchor here, making the commitment. This can often, the initiation card can be like just regular milestones, like birthdays, or, having some difficulty, but keeping that vision in mind. Where are you going? Where is your vision taking you? This is the overall picture. This is the big picture. This is where we're going. This is this long trip that we're on, and this is where we want to go. How we get there could be a little bit weirdo. We've got some snakes. We've got some thunder and lightning. But we're going to be crossing some sort of threshold and keeping our vision in mind about where we want to go, reminding other people that are on this trip with us of that vision of where we're all going, raising the vibration of the whole thing. And then we're feeling this vibration here. I'll feel your vibration and I'll raise it. Thank you. So, all right, Capricorn. This is your past, your present, your inner landscape. What's at issue? Your environment, your to-do list, and your possible outcome. Okay, this is not an easy situation. This is not easy. In your recent past, you have this 5 of Pentacles, feeling left out, feeling impoverished, abandoned, maybe a single parent vibe of just not having everything you need, attempting to pour from from an empty cup. Oftentimes an unsupported single parent isn't getting the nurturing they need to be able to bring that in abundance to the child that they need to be raising. So there's just a sense of poverty, both of time, of attention, of money, and sometimes of emotion, of not being able to bring in that emotion and bring in that support because of not having your cup refilled. So literally, we all understand the problem of pouring from an empty cup. Just feeling empty, depleted, and like there's not enough. And there's not enough attention, time, or money, or anything. So you're coming out of that. That's in your recent past. In your present situation, you're dealing with the Seven of Cups energy. So this is not seeing things clearly, something needing to be revealed. And this not seeing things clearly is sort of wreaking havoc in your emotional well-being and your life, or knowing that you can't see something. That is one of my least favorite sensations in all of life, is knowing that there's something there and I can't see it clearly. I know that there's something there. I'm getting an intuitive hit here that there's something that I need to know, something that I need to see. And this could be this too, if just not being able to see, just feeling that something is awry, something is amiss, but not knowing precisely what that is, which then you can't act on that. You can't take action on something where you're just like, maybe you can, and I don't see that yet. But oftentimes I feel like I know there's something wrong in this situation and I can't put my finger on it. And it just wreaks havoc on me. This is why I hate lying. I don't know exactly why you're lying or what you're trying to cover up, but I know you're lying to me. And it just drives me crazy because I know you're lying. I don't know what specifically is going on. I don't know what the truth is. So then my imagination runs off with the possibilities for the truth, when in fact the truth could be very simple and actually better than the lie. But the lie, I just find, I know it, and what is it covering up? So what is it covering up? There's something going on here, and you can feel it, and you can know it, and it's sort of wreaking havoc, I think, in the situation of just there's some sort of cloudedness, some sort of lack of clarity, maybe not being able to see something clearly, maybe some dishonesty here, and it's just wreaking some emotional havoc in your little emotional landscape here. Is that something's not right here, and that's basically the only hit you're getting right now, is something's not right here. In your inner landscape, your hope is to be the magician, to bring some sort of dream, to be able to bring this dream into fruition, to be able to, you're hoping that you have all the tools, that you have everything you need, maybe to reveal this thing, maybe to create some wealth where there's been poverty, maybe to bring something to fruition. You've had an idea, you've had a vision, and this is it. This is a lot of this magician vibe, is having this vision, having this almost divine vision, and bringing that into reality. And that's what the magician does, is he takes a vision and brings it into reality and makes it part of the whole thing here. I'm confused on my timing here, but we're good. So there's some sort of vision, some sort of idea, some sort of intuition that's coming in, and you are hoping to be able to bring it into reality, make it happen. That's what you'd like to do, is bring that idea, that vision, and make it happen. But I do think that there's a lot that's out of your control here. And you're going to have to keep your vision on the bigger picture, because there's just a lot that's not up to you. What's at issue here is this Ace of Pentacles, but we take it in the reverse. So in the upright, it's this new beginning, or this new beginning in work and money and something physical. You were hoping to receive something physical, some sort of new blessing, a physical blessing. Here I see this as the hand giving and the hand receiving, and we have our hand out here to receive something, to receive some sort of new idea about how to make money, or to receive something physical here, but we're not. So either someone's clinging too tightly to something and crushing crushing the new beginning by clinging to it. So this is where this comes in, and this need for surrender and this overthinking of something could be crushing a new beginning to smithereens. Like my story about Violet, my elderly babysitter when I was little, and she had this parakeet named Charlie, and Charlie laid eggs, and I brought those eggs to second grade show and tell, and I was being so careful. I was going to protect the crap out of these eggs, so I just squeezed them until they crushed all over the second grade classroom. So that could be what's going on. Some sort of clinging to this blessing. The hand was to be open, to receive, to give, and the blessing could have come in and then been crushed by overthinking, or crushed by greediness. Or it could just not be showing up, and you're expecting this new beginning, and in reality, this physical, your hand's out here. So the problem could be in either the giving hand or the receiving hand, right? So something you were hoping, or something was supposed to come in. There was some sort of expectation that something was going to come in, and it either hasn't come in, either the giver hasn't given, or the receiver isn't receiving, or has received a little forcefully, or maybe the giver came in. Anyway, there was some sort of new beginning that we wanted to have happen, and some part of it has either been crushed or forgotten or not given or something. Could be, yeah. So there was supposed to be a gift coming in here, or a new beginning, or a new thing that was supposed to come in, and it's either been very delayed, or it's out of your hands. And it's out of, and the divine timing has a different idea of where you want to go. But I'm seeing these hands here. I see a lot with these hands. We're having this priestess's hands are glowing, and she's making something with her hands. So there's something, and I just have never seen the hands so clearly in this card. Something was possibly supposed to be handed off. Did not happen. A gift crushed, a gift not given, a gift withheld, something like that. This Ace of Pentacles not coming in, and not coming in a usable way. But we've got a King of Pentacles here. So maybe the King of Pentacles has been a little greedy, doesn't want to share. But the King of Pentacles is typically, this could be a real person in your life, male or female. King of Pentacles typically has the whole kingdom in mind, has everybody's well-being in mind. He's come in with a bumper crop harvest, has everything he needs, is in touch with his tuition, is extremely strong, maybe very stubborn. There could be a lot of stubborn energy here on somebody's part. Immobility, just very... not wanting to move forward because they've got what they got, and they got what they got by doing what they did. So there could be a lot of stubborn energy here, a lot of refusal to move forward, a lot of butting of heads. But typically a king is going to be like just holding the purse strings really tight for the benefit of all, feeling like it is for the benefit of all. So there's somebody here external to you, not who might be a little stubborn, a little greedy, but very grounded too. I mean, but that grounded energy comes at a cost. That stability, very stable person here. But that stability can also come at a cost of just being stubborn. It's reminding me of sapphires, as far as like being very strong, being one of the strongest gems there are out there. I think it's a 9 on the scale. I can't remember. It's been a long time since I just sold people expensive jewelry. But that makes it, no, it's the emerald. Is it the emerald that's really brittle? What is that? I think it might be the emerald. So strong, it's brittle. So strong, it breaks. Dysfunctionally strong. I think that is the emerald. Sorry, I did have a gemstone encyclopedia memorized at one point in my life, but I do not anymore. So anyway, but it's that. It's like so strong, it's brittle, so stable, it's stubborn. So, but not brittle, but just being so something that it gets a little dysfunctional. So, so being so stubborn, being so stable, it could be stubborn. So that's the King of Pentacles. We have someone like that in our energy, but this person also has everything they need. They have they're very successful in their career. They have a lot of leadership in that career. They, you know, they were divinely guided there. They were brought there for a reason, you know. So in your to-do list, we have this 10 of Swords. So this is about, oh, that's what's going on. No. You think I'm crazy, but that's okay. This is 10 of Swords energy. This is this painful situation coming to an end. So you need to bring some sort of painful situation to an end. Apparently it hasn't ended yet. And this could be blocking this new beginning here from coming in. So you need to end this thing. Either stop stabbing someone or stop receiving the stabs. Like, just kind of run out of swords already, okay? And then get yourself to some healing waters. So this is end a painful situation that's been going on for a long time. End it. Let it end. Stop stabbing, stop receiving stabs. I wasn't seeing this actually, but just end this. I think this is blocking your new beginning, and just it's time to bring close this chapter, bring it to an end, and you know, cry over the characters that died in that chapter, and then start with the next chapter. So that's your 10 of Swords there. So closing out a long-term painful situation. There might have been a lot of painful words, maybe some verbal abuse, some lies, some just stabbing in the back. So if you've stabbed someone in the back, you need to stop. If you have been stabbed in the back with lies and verbal abuse here, you need to stop experiencing that somehow and get yourself to some a healing place. So my guess is that it has already stopped, but you need to like really close it out, close the chapter out. So, and then we have a Queen of Cups here, and then this is pouring from a full cup. This is this is your possible outcome here, is this love offering. And it could be this thing that you were waiting for, but this is very gentle, very loving, very kind, intuitive, pouring from a full cup, lots of emotions, wanting to share love, wanting to share some beautiful love. And there's almost like a role reversal here. We have these seahorses, and the seahorses, you know, the male cares for the eggs. You know, the male incubates the eggs, and the young ones live in the male's mouth, and he pukes out his children to swim and then takes them back in. So there might be some sort of like male-female role reversal, the male needing to come into this tender giving energy here, this nurturing energy. But whatever, gender doesn't matter. She's talking about how she feels, what her feelings are, what her focus is on herself and on her feelings, and what she brings to the situation, and how much love she has, and how much caring she has. And it could be male or female. So so you're coming towards a Queen of Cups, some sort of offering of love, either on your part or from somebody else. And they have a lot of love to give, and a lot of care and strength through feelings and emotions. But this has got to come to an end, and maybe in these healing waters we'll find our little seahorses, although that would be salt water, and that would not be good. That would not be a healing thing for you to drink right now. So Capricorn, I hope that was useful for you and not too scattered. I'm apparently a little scattered on this reading. So thank you so much for your likes, your comments, and subscribes. I love interacting with you guys and hearing about how this relates, and what you saw in these cards. It's kind of cool. So I hope you have a great week. Thank you.